Okay, guys, so today is July 3rd, 2025, and I figured we'd actually take a cruise around. It's beautiful on and off, basically. It's a windy day today. I live in Florida, down in the Treasure Coast area, so it's to be expected that this time of year you're going to have rain. We've been getting rain on and off now for the last so many days. And today seems like it's going to be about the same thing, windy. I was actually going to take the jet ski out. See over there. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, there you can. So I was going to take the jet ski out today, but unfortunately with the wind and the rain, I decided not to. So we're going to take, this is the hyper scooter. So we'll take this for a cruise around the neighborhood. We'll go down to the boat ramp. See how many people are actually, out and about today. Due to it being July 3rd, I'm assuming even though the weather conditions isn't perfect today, I'm assuming there probably will be a lot of boats out and stuff. So we'll take a peek at that, see if anybody decorated in the neighborhood for July 4th. I'm sure they didn't because the way the wind and the rain has been. But I'm assuming tomorrow night this place usually turns into like a war zone with everybody with their fireworks. So tomorrow will be the better day. Unfortunately, I'm working this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I will not be able to see any part of that unless when I get out of work, which won't be till after 10 o'clock at night. If there's anybody still blowing them off at that time, which I'm sure we will have some knucklehead neighbors that will be blowing them off at that time, but that will be the only way I'll be able to see them, or if I step outside and try to watch them around my facility. But it is what it is. Like I said, after 53 years of seeing fireworks, it's not, something I have to see. I mean, do I enjoy it? Sure, but it is what it is. So, all right, I'm going to give this, what I'm trying to do now is make sure the GPS on the GoPro is actually fully registering. Now today could be hit or miss with it being cloudy and stuff, but I want to definitely get a good GPS because I'm going to try to map it out in the quick app settings. They give you an option, as well as the speedometer, they give you an option for mapping it out. So I want to try that feature this time, and we'll see if it actually shows my route as I'm driving around this thing. But all right, we'll be leaving here real shortly, and just give it a minute and we'll take off. Get some shades on. I took the hyper scooter off-roading sometime last week, and I'm still seeing all the debris, like the tall grass and stuff that I was going through. It's all stuck inside the wheel here. Take some of that off. Alrighty. Take it easy around this neighborhood because it's only a 15-mile-per-hour speed limit, so I'm not gonna go blaring around it. So as you can see around right now, it is really cloudy, but it seems like it would appear that it's a beautiful, gorgeous day, but it would be hard to tell on the GoPro, but it is windy. If you look up, you can see the trees all blowing around, so I'm assuming the ocean and the intercoastal is going to be a little choppy today, so Probably better off doing the hyper scooter today, and I still gotta go to the store later, get a few things for my 3-day work week adventure. In 3 days, I work 14 hours a day, so do the math, you can see that pretty much in 3 days it's probably more than some people's work week. Fun, 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 fun. We live to make the money. Live to make the money. But yeah, not really anybody with any decorations around. Everybody around here is usually definitely Christmas, Halloween, Easter. But as for just the normal decorating and stuff for like 4th of July and stuff, you really don't see that much. I was just kind of curious if anybody had anything going on, but it doesn't look like it. And these things with these hyper scooters nowadays is basically, I know I've seen that they're regulating them now. So basically between speed, motor displacement and stuff, some of them you actually have to, the fast ones like this one technically should be registered now. So a lot of changes here and there. I know when these came out, the reason I got it was because I didn't want to have to pay for another tag, because I already have a boat, a jet ski, a vehicle, motorcycle. This would just be like number 5 for, you know, something I had to actually get a plate for and stuff. And the majority of the time I stick basically onto the sidewalk anyways, even though these trees have not been cut, so that's the bad thing. When they don't cut the trees, you end up getting smacked in the face by the branches, so that's not fun either. So we just left the development. We're gonna take the sidewalk down, and we'll head to the boat ramp next. Kind of like a little adventure. I'm just taking it easy today. I'm not gonna, I'll probably speed up in certain sections, but for now we'll just take it easy, enjoy the view. But you can see now all the clouds up there, see how dark they are. They're not super dark, but they're dark. So you can see that today would be very questionable whether you would want to be out stuck in the ocean when it like starts downpouring on you. I say that from experience because on a boat, even with a windshield and a T-top on it, you still get pretty damn wet. So unless you have like one of those nice big cabin cruisers or something where you can actually tuck inside the thing, it's not super pleasant. And you would think that in Florida you would enjoy just the cool rain hitting you, but nope. The temperature drops like 10-15 degrees and it gets cold. When you're getting hit on that with that rain and the temperature's only in the 60s, it definitely doesn't feel good. So I noticed with the steering stabilizer that I added onto this thing too, it's it definitely your tight ass like cornering and stuff is definitely hindered because it only turns so much. So you definitely lose turnability when you add the steering stabilizer on, which I didn't care because while you go fast with this thing, I'd rather have it more stable for high speeds than my slow cornering ability. But that's something there to think about if you ever want to add one of these steering stabilizers on. That you definitely got to make sure you're going to lose when you go slow. You're going to lose the radius in your steering. You lose it because these stabilizers, unless it's just particularly the one I bought, it doesn't give you the full motion of your handlebars like without it. So without it, you can do like, almost spin around, do a 180 with the thing. But this thing here is like turning a semi-truck. And I can feel this wind pounding me right now, so it definitely is very windy right now. And as we go deeper into the bad weather, it's only going to get windier. If windier is even a word. Windier. More windy. I know some of these scooters as well too, they don't have shocks on them. And even with shocks on this thing, you can still feel the bumps. So I can imagine the scooters that, have hotter tires and don't have any shock absorbers on them. And honestly, the shocks on this one are not bad, but because I'm over 200 pounds, if I really hit the bumps hard when I'm going fast, they do bottom out. So, but I don't know if I'd really want them any stiffer than this, because then you're going to enjoy your ride even less. What you do, at least this has air-filled tires and it has the shocks on it. So. Alright, so at this light here, we're actually going to cut across the street, and this is what leads us to the boat ramp. So I'm going to pull out into the road here and use this traffic signal to go across. But I'm going to let these cars go first because everybody likes to turn here and nobody likes to stop for a scooter. People can't compensate sometimes how fast these scooters actually go. So, hence another reason why people tend to cut them off. This road here is only like probably 35 or 40, so. But most people usually drive it like 30. Actually, it's 35. You can see the sign from here. Never gonna make this light. Oh, never say never. Just made this light. Excellent. Bad thing is on these scooters, you might see the camera eventually just here and there. You think you have your holders, your camera holders tight on this thing, but with all the bumps that you hit, they just move on you. So next thing you know, your camera's shooting up in the air and you don't notice what the hell it's looking at. Yeah, it's definitely dead today. Somebody's doing the same thing over there, working on their trailer, which is smart. But there is like nobody that came out today. Maybe I made a mistake. Maybe I should have took the jet ski out. I wouldn't have had no lines, no waiting. I thought it was going to be a madhouse down here, but nope. There's one boat sitting there. That's a guy working on his trailer over there, and it is dead. Completely dead. So, oh well, live and you learn. July 3rd, I didn't expect this boat ramp to be empty. But once again, people could have came out earlier, possibly. Like I said, I know this weather is deterring people, so I'm assuming that's why there's nobody here, even though, like I said, it looks beautiful in some of these shots. The way the wind's been picking up in the rain, but the parking lot is totally just empty right now. And like you can see, this is normally on a holiday, going into a holiday weekend. This is absurd. So yeah, he's doing the same thing that I did. And unfortunately, I mean, there's no law, I don't think, saying you can't do it, but I did my trailer bunks over here probably about a month ago. So, and it makes it super easy. You drop your boat in the water and you basically work on the thing over in the parking lot. I picked up a little generator. I had my battery operated tools as well as some power tools, because the generator actually allowed me to use my grinder. That was basically it for the generator. What I used it for was just a grinder, but I had a ton of grinding work to do, so it actually worked out good. Now, do they make battery powered grinders? Absolutely. And could I have gotten away with a battery powered grinder? Sure. I just, at this point, I've had all different type of battery operated tools, but the grinder one per se, I don't think I really have a good grinder one. Alright, so we're going to take the long way back now. We're actually going to drive through a little park. It's not really like a park either. It's more like just basically like a bicycle path or a walking path. So that's if it's not closed. Labali. Always fun trying to say that name.
do some off-roading here real fast. Skid. And people wonder why I have knobby tires. Because there's a lot of areas over here, like this grass area and stuff, that it's actually enjoyable to ride on. We have a bunch of little parks down here that you can actually ride bicycles through and stuff. There's a little trail there. You can take a quick peek at. A little bench there. Ooh, my horn doesn't sound good anymore. Jeez, that didn't last long. I didn't even use it that much. A little workout station. Hopefully we don't run into any bears in here. Oh, Florida panthers. Or bobcats. Oh, it would be kind of cool to see a bobcat once it's pissed off. So yeah, this is like one of the little trails that we have around here. I haven't been on this one yet, but this is what I mean for the woods around this area. They give people like these little walking trails. I'm not even sure where this one leads. Another little workout station, so it might just loop around. I don't know. There is water around here. The intercoastal is close by, so. But another reason why to have knobby tires, at least in my circumstance, not everybody has this. It is nice to be able to go off-road. I'm not saying you can't go off-road with the street tires. It just makes it a little bit more difficult. But I'm telling you, I'm still getting used to these cornering with this. And I can loosen it up too. I got it at a really tight setting on this steering stabilizer. But it definitely hinders your radius on your turns. So, all right. So it just pops out at a different location and gives you like a little offbeat trail and then pops you back out. So that's kind of neat. In the dead summer though, I don't know if I'd really want to do that walking, even though we're in July right now, and because of the way the weather is, right now it's probably only in the upper 80s. So normally right now it feels like 100. Or it feels over 100, I should say. But you can still see in the cloud, up in the sky, all the clouds, so it's not like this is going away anytime soon. And you can tell we're near water too, because I keep seeing little crabs crossing as well as lizards. Little crabs keep boogieing around. And I think they put those little spots up there with the little guard metal posts sticking out of the ground, so you can't get golf carts in here. Hey, here's a little gopher tortoise turtle. So if you like wildlife, you can see the little gopher tortoise turtle. Turtle. So this park is known for these gopher turtles at some areas around here. Basically, supposedly they're not even supposed to build where these gopher turtles are, but
You know how that works out. They totally relocate to places like this and pay somebody off. So I go for turtles. Well, that's cute.
I mean, we have turtles, or I had turtles when I lived up north, but they weren't like that. A little bit different. And off to the side, you can see these little sand trails and stuff. I'm assuming that's for the rangers and stuff to drive around. They got those little, what they call them, fire trails and stuff that go through here. Because yes, places like this, people do stupid stuff and they'll throw cigarette butts and do dumb stuff. But they'll occasionally do their controlled burns too. If they think stuff's getting too dry, they'll make sure the area is clear and they'll burn certain sections so it grows back. So. But this pathway here, last time I was on it, it's been a while, but there was a ton of people on it. And once again, July 3rd. Now I know today is a Thursday, so, but I always thought people would take, you know, this week off. It's like for vacationing and stuff, but there is like nobody down here. Good for us, because once again, it makes it more of a pleasant ride. But I'm just shocked right now that it's this dead. And I like doing some of these videos too, so you can see the different areas. Particularly like when people do these videos, you get to look around and say, hey, you know, I wouldn't mind visiting that area. This area here isn't bad. Not like I want to promote a ton of people coming down here to visit, but Florida is known for its tourists. So. And it's not like Martin County has a lot of nightlife. So if you're more of just a beachy goer, quiet type person that likes nature and stuff, this is definitely a good area for you. Now, if you're a nightlife person, then yeah, definitely not. You want to head further south, head to Miami or something for the nightlife portion. Because you ain't going to find that around here. Hello. And the main entrance to where these people come from will end up hopping out of over here kind of soon, but it's basically where you can park vehicles and stuff. So the majority of these people do this little walk, kind of for the scenery, I guess, even though I would rather be closer to the ocean, or at least the intercoastal, but this gives you like a little nature preserve type walk. So that's why I'm amazed that like nobody's here. See, this is like a parking area for it here, and you got the VFW behind me and stuff. So, and I guess the sidewalk, I don't know if anything's down that way or not, but they call it the Sea Branch Preserve State Park, if you're curious. So, but this is basically the end of the road for us. We are going to take off and go a totally different way. After these cars go by, we're going to have to do some street riding here, because unfortunately, I don't believe there's a sidewalk coming up. So I don't believe. Could be wrong. Oh, nice directional, buddy. Alright, so we have a bike lane here, which isn't bad. Here comes the rain. Great. I'll tell you one thing, even at 44, 45 miles an hour, that rain hurts. Wasn't expecting to get hit in that rain. That horn is horrible. Horrible. I'll have to see if I got a spare motorcycle horn around I can put on here. Terrible. Terrible. Alright, so that was fun. We had this light here. Gosh. Do, 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 do. Ooh, it's a chair. I need a chair for Halloween. That's like a desk chair. I don't know if I really want that. But it's that's the other thing too. It's good when people throw stuff out around here because they throw away some good stuff sometimes. Alright, so that was it for the ride, and hopefully you enjoyed it. This was once again July 3rd, 2025, and that's all she wrote. Peace out, stay safe. Bye.